Custom field groups make it so that you can associate up to 4 different custom fields with each other, grouping related information. You can think of it like creating a custom table that makes comparisons between fields easy and can provide answers to multi-part questions. Custom field groups can be added to the matters, plaintiffs, and contacts sections of Clarra, and are a highly effective and versatile organizational tool. As with individual custom fields, you can utilize custom major section headers and section headers to format the layout of custom field groups as they appear on a page. If you choose to utilize these, the order of creation should be first making the major section headers, then the section headers, then the custom field group. The process for creating individual custom fields and custom field groups are similar, and you can learn more about creating individual custom fields with the videos and articles on our support site. Also, keep in mind that once you enter data into a custom field, the field cannot be deleted until the data is removed from the field. Now that we know the principles, let's create a custom field group. First, click on your profile icon and select Properties. Click on the tab you'd like to create a custom field group for, either matters, plaintiffs, or contacts. For this example, let's say you're working on a matter that involves insurance information, and you'd like to group the relevant insurance information for the matter together. In the Matters Properties tab, click Add Property. We'll start by creating the major section header, and using the insurance scenario, we may want to call it Insurance Information. Type the name into Field Name, and under Field Type, select Major Section Header. Field types determine how you input values into custom fields, and we'll look at the options a bit more closely when creating the custom fields in the group. When creating section headers, simply select the type of section header you're creating. Next, we can specify a few rules. We can choose whether or not to hide this field when empty, which for a major section header means it won't appear on the matter info page if there is no section header beneath it or custom field with data entered. You can also choose which matter types the major section header will appear for. This is useful if you're creating a major section header for specific matter types and do not want it to clutter matters it's not relevant to. We can also determine which users have view and edit access, meaning who can see and alter the major section header. We can grant access to all users except selected users only, and group members only, choosing from pre-created user groups, and even creating exclusions within those groups. You can learn more about creating user groups on our support site. Once we've made our selections, press Save to create the major section header. With our major section header created, let's make a section header to go beneath it. You can include multiple section headers beneath a major section header, but for our purposes, we just need the one. Adding a section header is very similar to adding a major section header. First, click Add Property, and enter the name for the section header. Perhaps we'd like to specify provider information here. Select Section Header as the field type, and once again determine the rules. Crucially, we can select which major section header it will display under, in this case, insurance information. Press Save, and your section header is ready to go. With the section headers we'd like to organize our custom field group under now created, we can make the group itself. Once again, before entering a field name, we'll check the box denoting this field as a custom field group. The creation page updates accordingly. Let's call this group Medical Provider. Down in the first field detail, enter the field name. The provider name would be important to include. Then we get into field types. There are many different field types you can select from, depending on how you would like to enter data into the field. You can enter text, or select from predetermined checkbox and drop-down options, choose a date or date range, This field being a name, the single-line text field type is perfect, so we can type in the relevant provider name. You can mark fields as required and as containing personally identifiable information, which will hide the data entered by default for an added layer of security. Custom field groups must have at least 2 fields and can include up to 4. Let's use the second field to keep track of the amount of coverage. Here, number would be the field type, so we can enter the applicable number in the field. With a matter related to insurance, you may want to include detail on when the coverage took effect. Click Add Field and enter effective date as the name. Here, we can utilize date as the field type. Finally, let's see how a drop-down option could be useful in this scenario. Checkboxes and drop-downs function similarly in allowing you to choose from a predetermined option, but provide slightly different visuals of the options available. Let's go with drop-down select, as we only want to be able to pick one value between yes and no. Click Add Option to create a value and type the value in. First yes, then no. We will be able to select one of these when using the field. You can adjust the sort order of these options, ascending, descending, and custom, with custom allowing you to drag and drop to order. Getting into rules, we see the ones we've gone over before, as well as the addition of section header. We'll make sure to select the major section header and section header we want this group to appear under. Press Save, and we've created a custom field group. Back on the Matters Properties tab, we can see our custom field group and click the arrow to see the custom fields within it. If you would like to edit the custom field group at all, click the 3 dots next to group name and edit. We can also adjust how the section headers and custom fields appear on the Matter info page. If we click Edit Display Order and Custom, we can change the order of major section headers on a page and rearrange the custom fields within each major section header. Say we want to scooch effective date and deductible met before amount of coverage. Simply drag and drop. Press Apply when you're done. Alright, we've created a custom field group, its major section header, and arranged them as we like. Let's see it in action now by heading to the Matter section and creating a new matter. We can scroll down to our custom fields and see our major section header, and custom field group. We can type in a name for provider name, type in a number for amount of coverage, select a date for effective date, and choose one of the options in deductible met. We can also add additional medical providers if we like. We can edit an existing matter too to include this updated information. Click on a matter and press Edit to make the changes. Press Save when you've finished making changes. In all, custom field groups make Clarra even more adaptable to your organization's needs and conveniently provide important information where relevant. There are many ways you can customize Clarra to not only fit, but enhance your workflow. And for more information on custom field groups and customization in general, check out our support site.